Hey guys, I'm back here with a new video, and today I'm finally going to show you all the long-waiting Sketchbook Slam Tour. Woo! Yeah, I don't sound that excited because I'm not, because it's been stressful, so I'm just gonna break it down to what had happened, why this video wasn't up on Friday, to the other sketchbook stuff, how I felt about this whole challenge, what I would do next time if I did choose, and all that fun stuff. So let's begin what happened with the video. Okay, so first of all, I did record the whole sketchbook slam thing. Every page was done. I even had to do frequent counting for each page to try and not make the video as long as possible, because I have to do commentary for this whole video, and I not feel like recording for an hour. That's not gonna happen. And plus, I didn't want to bore you guys, because sketchbooks are meant to be fun to look at. Yeah, this whole thing was a doozy, so it ended up being half an hour long, so it's whatever. I tried to minimize it, but it's, you can't really do a speed through of this whole sketchbook because it's very big. Let me remind you all that this sketchbook is 300 pages. And if you want to count front and back, it's equivalent to 600 pages. So it's oh my goodness. So what I did was, again, I did count frequencies. I did 1, 2, 3, and then flip the page, and I kept repeating it. And then some pages that were not very detailed, I counted 1, 2, and this whole thing was stuck in my head, so I had to hurry up and do this, because I would be it would be crazy. And yeah, overall I think that the whole thing took an hour to do, and I'm kind of glad that I did it early. I recorded the footage on Thursday with bright lighting, and let me remind you all, where I live, there's a lot of snow happening, and luckily the sky was white, so it's yay, daylight. So yeah, and it's kind of hard because after I went over the footage, for this challenge, first of all, I drew with ballpoint pen, and I wanted to try to do something special, but then I was you know what, I'm just gonna do it with pen. Because fun fact, people on Instagram, I asked them yesterday, what do you guys like to see on my Instagram page, drawings, whatever, and people really like when I do sketches, ballpoint pen sketches, quick ones in my tiny sketchbook. And I personally like doing that too, because it's very calming, and I really like using ballpoint pen for some reason. They're very cheap, but you can make amazing art with them, and it's very very fun, and your wallet would scream happily, because you're only spending about $1 or $2 for a pack, so it's it's a win-win. And yeah, also, did I mention it's cheap? I also said that, but whatever. Yeah, and after that, what I do, I go to not Manga Studio. I go to Paint Tool, my new favorite digital art program, and I color it, and then I post it on Instagram again, and people like it, and I like it too, and it's super cool. I'm trying to get better with Instagram, and it's working. Yeah, I explained this in my other video. If you guys want to see it, it's I'll try to link it down below or whatever. I explain my whole social media scandal type thing, trying to get my name out there. But anyways, I'm going way off topic. anyways, when I was recording with, okay, I have 2 white lights and I tried to put them next to my sketchbook, and the thing I didn't know with ballpoint pen, it's very shiny. So as I was recording it, when I was looking at the footage afterwards, all you could see is like, I don't know, a lot of shine reflecting through the ink, and it's like, oh my gosh. But I hope you guys could see the pictures, and yeah. Okay, so after all that was done, I was like, hey, I have a good idea, because before I went to school, my tablet, okay, I know people who have a Wacom Cintiq or like a tablet that's kind of like that would understand this. You know, when you try to plug it in and you could see your tablet display as well as the computer, and they're supposed to be like, you know, they're supposed to show the same thing which you're doing. My tablet doesn't do that. I don't know why. When I plug it in, my tablet screen shows so I can work on there, but my computer doesn't. It just turns black. It's still workable, but it's like this whole weird display thing. And I tried looking up tutorials and they were not helpful. And oh my gosh, this is where it gets horrible. This is why I didn't upload on Friday. I came home, I tried this whole thing again, and what had happened was I was like, you know, just like exploring. I did not know what I was doing. I'm kind of a computer person, but then I just know enough to get by and to help my parents with their stuff. So I'm not an expert. So I'm pretty sure you guys know the problem with the tablet, but I don't, and I learned my lesson. So what had happened was, there's this setting on my display, and it's like you could, it's this whole like, you know, different windows, whatever, I don't know, I forgot what it's called. It was a long day yesterday. So I clicked one button, and what had happened was, instead of my computer screen showing, you know, like what I'm doing, the whole thing turned black, and my computer was still running. And the scary part too was my tablet display, even though it was like plugged into my computer, that was also black. So I couldn't see anything on both displays. So I was like, oh my gosh, what have I done? My computer was working fine. There was no viruses or anything. It's just that I couldn't see, and I tried using my white lights to like make shine towards my computer screen to see if I could see anything. I couldn't, so I had to restart. The whole day I was restarting my computer, trying to like mess with it, fix it. I looked up tutorials and they weren't helpful, because my problem was my computer was working properly. I just couldn't see the computer screen. That was it. And then I was like, oh my gosh. And let me remind you, I come home from school like around noon, and this whole problem lasted till like 1 a.m. in the morning, because I fell asleep, because I was like, I am done with this. I was like super upset, and then I was even considering of taking it to like a computer store and fixing it, even though nothing serious was going on. It's just that, you know, I couldn't see. I couldn't see, and this was my fault, because I tried to be like, you know, how other tablets are, trying to see if my tablet display screen is seeing what I'm doing as well as the computer screen at the same time. And yeah, I just came to the conclusion after I fixed it. The only downside was my whole computer had to like reset, and I had to like get everything back. And now that didn't take long. I was just like relieved that like my files were still on my computer, but the apps weren't, so I had to like re-download Google Chrome and all that cool stuff. So yeah, I was mainly happy. Well, that took forever kind of, but again, I was very happy, more happy that I could see what I'm doing on the computer. And yeah, the whole day, again, I wasn't mad, I stayed calm, but it just felt like defeat. And yeah, I'm not gonna mess with my tablet settings anymore. I'm just gonna like use the tablet display on my tablet and just work like that, and have my computer screen black and use it like that. It doesn't matter. My tablet, it's like a Cintiq, but it's like the technology for it works the same, but like the settings don't. So it's like an old dinosaur type thing. And the tablet, it's very good. It's just that you were just gonna have to look at the tablet display. That's it. But I think it's just because honestly my computer hates the tablet, because when I first bought it, it hated it. It's like it's like, what the heck? What is this software you are installing inside of me? But yeah, so now it's Saturday and I'm like recording this commentary, and also what I recorded this commentary actually before, and as I was doing it, I was like, nothing would go wrong. And my sister, we share the same microphone sometimes, but like she hasn't used it, well, borrowed it in a long time. Like we share it, but just the time when she like borrowed it and I recorded my audio after she was finished, like days after. Oh geez, let me remind you, this whole video is like 37 minutes long. I recorded like for like that length of time, and the audio, when I re-listened to it, it was so bad. I felt defeated and sad. Like, what the heck? And I secretly think that she did something to it, my sister, but she's like, no, I didn't do anything. I'm like, I'm pretty sure you did do something, dork. But yeah, I fixed it now, but it's just like, oh my gosh, it's like more things I have to worry about. With things like this, you have to remain calm. That's what I kind of learned too. I sometimes do get under pressure and like stressed, but the majority I try to remain calm, and cause like there's always a solution to problems, and you can't just be like freaking out all the time. You just need to like breathe and retry and try again, even if your whole day is focused on this problem. You'll surely find a solution, and that's what I learned. And yeah. Okay, so let's see what else. I've been talking about technology, so sorry if this is boring you guys. So now let's talk about my sketchbook. Yay! So with this sketchbook slam challenge, I had very high expectations. I did finish, but honestly, I did have some pages over, so I did them in December. And even though I didn't technically finish in a month, I did finish the challenge, because even if I didn't finish like in a month, I was not gonna be like, you know what, screw it, because this had to get done. I paid money for this sketchbook and I'm gonna finish it. I'm gonna be those cool artists who finish something that many other people can't do. And before you guys say like, oh, I can do it, I really encourage you, and I know you guys could do it, but then you gotta remind yourself, do you have enough time? And that's the whole point. Bailey J and Holly Brown, they both talk about time management when it comes to this sketchbook, because let me remind you, this is a very big, thick sketchbook, and depending on how fast you draw, it mainly depends. Like, you gotta draw quick. You can't just be like those perfect artists and be like, I'm gonna draw this highly detailed anime girl. No, you gotta like draw quick, because you have to draw 20 pages a day in a month, depending on how many days it is within a month you are choosing. And I was gonna do it when Holly Brown announced the whole challenge, but I had to save up, and I kept pushing back, because even though like the tablet itself, it's not that expensive. It's like $22 or $25 on Amazon, surprisingly. But then again, it's just like, you know, a big book full of like semi okay paper. I don't know if you can do watercolor in it. I never tried, but oh geez. Yeah, so I'm just like, you know, I kind of lost my train of thought, so sorry. Let's see. Okay, anyways, it's good for pen and all that cool stuff. I'm not sure, I haven't experimented with like Copics and stuff. I did try to make it a cool sketchbook by adding presentation, by adding markers to each page, and that failed quickly because I was just making too much more work for myself, because again, you gotta draw fast. It doesn't matter if your sketches look crappy, because the point is to learn how to draw fast and have fun. And you know, even if your drawings do look bad in each page, when you're done with the sketchbook slam challenge, you can easily say I did it, because it is indeed a challenge. Because I know Holly Brown, she explains how there's some art challenges out there that are not challenging, and I agree, because it's supposed to help you. That's the point of a challenge, like helps you improve. And this helps you improve definitely, as well as just getting a normal sketchbook and drawing every day and trying to finish within a month or two, or just, you know, drawing every day is indeed a challenge. And you know, some people might not have the time, some people do, but you are improving every day as you're drawing. And when you're doing this challenge, you are, I can't say improving faster, but you are drawing every day, which is good. It really helps you improve, and you're drawing fast, and then it's like a relief when you finish a page for that certain day. And if you want, you could be like me, just add like a theme, and that's what I did. My whole theme for the sketchbook was my webcomic, Tales of Lorraine. That's the title. I need to start saying the title, because how it is, it's okay. It's based on Tales games like Tales of Symphonia, Tales of the Abyss. I really like those games, and I was like, hey, I have an idea, because technically it is a tale, because that's where the world is. It's in Lorraine, and yeah, sorry if the title sounds, you know, kind of weebish, kind of dumb, but I feel like it's cool. And I remember the first time I named the comic, it was called Olive, because that was the main character's name, Olive, but I changed it because I know there's a children's book called Olive, or a cartoon called Olive, and if I were ever to copyright the whole comic, I don't want to be like, you know, a fiasco, like, oh, you can't use this because someone claimed this title, blah blah blah. So I renamed the character. Her name is Olivia now. She's the main character. But also that wouldn't be a cool title either. So I decided to like think. I did think, I was having fun, but I was thinking more seriously, and I decided, hey, I like Tales games, so I could be like Tales of blank, and the world Olivia lives in. It's called Lorudane, so it's like Tales of Lorudane, and I was like, bam, I got it, no more thinking. So that's what I did, and I'm glad because it sounds cool to me. Sorry if it sounds kind of dorky to you guys, but yeah. Anyways, back to the whole sketchbook thing. I had like every 20 pages I had a theme. So like, for example, I drew Olivia for 20 pages, Jack for 20 more pages, and so forth. And I drew all the heroes, the side characters, as well as the villains. And more things I drew were, well, this happens at the end of the sketchbook because there's still more pages to be filled. So I drew like items, I drew scenery, and as I was drawing this sketchbook too, you guys could tell where it decreases from quality to meh to okay, you totally like did all these pages within a day. So yeah, you guys will see. But again, you gotta draw fast, and like for the scenery, gosh, those were the days where my drawings were turning crappy because I don't draw scenery, and I really need to, because as I was drawing it, I did have some ideas of future prints and drawings I wanted to do, but the downside is I need to learn how to draw certain things because the trees, they look like a 5-year-old drew them. Like, I don't know why I draw trees like that. They don't look that bad. If I add more detail to them, I'm pretty sure they would look nice, but I'm just like scribble, 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 next page, scribble, scribble. And also about this whole sketchbook, it's also based on nature, so you guys are gonna see a lot of nature drawings in here, like trees, bushes, and there's some pages where I just like throw in a random item and add plants on it. Because that's the whole scenery for my comic. It's nature. It's not like, based on like city buildings. I'm very inspired by fantasy books. Like, that's like my favorite. I can't say comics. My favorite kind of comics, well, anime and stuff is kind of shonen, and yeah. But with comics, I'm very impressed by people who make a successful comic and it's nature or fantasy. I am a very big fan of fantasy, not to where I would cosplay, but I like mythology music. I like Scottish fantasy music. Well, no, oh my gosh, I like band pipes. Yeah, I like the sound of those. So for some reason, just picture like Lord of the Rings music and all that cool stuff. I like hearing stuff, and I like hearing stuff like that, and it has to be like calm music, and it really inspires me because I feel like that's what kind of music would be in my comic. And yeah. Okay, so let's see, what else do I recommend you guys doing this? I think I said before yes, but let's see, here are some tips. If you want to try and make it professional, it's kind of hard, but I think maybe if I honestly put enough effort in it, like more effort in it, I could have. I feel like you guys can, even though I said it, like the whole point again is to draw fast. There might be some people who are very more skilled and dedicated than I am. I'm just dedicated enough to finish. Yeah, because again, I didn't really finish all the pages within a month, but I can't just abandon it. That's not, I'll be like very salty. And yeah, I explained this like earlier in the video, but let's see, oh my gosh, I just lost my train of thought again. This whole commentary is like super long, so I keep forgetting stuff. Okay. Jeez. I'll just explain like would I ever do this whole not commentary. Maybe I'll do this whole commentary again if it sucks, maybe, but nah. I just want this video uploaded now. I feel like with the whole sketchbook thing, would I ever do it again? Yes, but I might do it differently. It won't be a sketchbook slam. It'll pretty much be like a yearly sketchbook, because this sketchbook, I counted the pages, it's actually probably enough to have like all the monthly drawings in one sketchbook, like a yearly sketchbook. So if I bought this again, I would like divide the pages to 12 months or like 12 sections and draw every day like that to fill it. I feel like that would be like a cool thing, so I could be like each month, because that's what I also want to do next year. Yeah, next year. Buy a sketchbook and complete it within a month. It is very possible. It's way easier than the sketchbook slam challenge. I highly recommend you guys doing it. It's not that stressful, and you can kind of go more slow with it. But yeah, that's what I want to do, because I see like, I think Drawing with Waffles does this. Like, she completes a sketchbook every month. I'm not sure, but I like how she does it, like sketchbook, more sketchbook, more sketchbook. That's what I want to do, and I think other artists do too. I forgot their names, but yeah, that's what I really want to do. So I might buy this sketchbook again later next year or whatever. Yeah, so I think I'm done with this whole commentary thing. So, well, not commentary, well, talking about the sketchbook. So I'll just say some channel updates and all this boring stuff. So I've been thinking, this is kind of dumb. I know how I splitted my two channels, like from my webcomic stuff to art stuff. So I've been drawing my OCs with a ballpoint pen and showing them on Instagram. People have been liking them, and I color them digitally, and yeah, people still like it like that. But what I want to try and do is I want to try and be more active on here. So I want to try and just post random webcomic related stuff, like drawing my characters, and showing the process, like drawing digitally and reposting it on Instagram. That's what I want to do. I was very inspired by Joy-san here on YouTube, because she does quick watercolor videos, and I want to do that too, because I feel like even if I'm busy, well, technically school's almost over. Yay, it's like 2 more weeks and then I'm free. This is like oh my gosh, the busiest semester, because I'm trying to get good grades, because like I get C's a lot, because I'm kind of like, I kind of slack off, but like, I gotta like get A's and B's, try to. So yeah, it's my fault, but I'm just like a slacker when it comes to like school, because I'm more dedicated to art, but I need to know that school is way more important than drawing. And again, I'm in college, so the rules, you could kind of slack off, but you kind of need to like keep your GPA high. And yeah, so I need to like get better. So far it's going well. I might have like 2 C's, but the rest are A's and B's. And yeah, I have an A in art class. That's cool. It's been kicking my butt, because we're drawing still life, and it's like dun dun dun. It's like horrible, because I'm drawing stuff that I don't draw humans, and I learned properly how to do like the face proportions, where stuff goes properly, how to measure. And yeah, my art teacher is amazing. I really like her. She kind of creeped me out at first because she's a very strict teacher. Like, she tells you straight up what's wrong with your art, but she is like, okay, you need to do this, and it's like, oh geez. But now I'm getting used to her. I really like her, and yeah. And then also and I remember in the beginning when I started taking her class, well, I took intermediate art. That's the class I'm taking. And before I signed up for this class, I was like, I'm gonna show these students how it's done. Nope. And this is what happens when you draw too much anime art. You gotta learn how to draw other stuff too, like still life and anatomy and people, because you can't keep drawing cartoons. It's so unfair because still life is so boring, but that's how you improve, and that is like the dumbest. That's so dumb. I don't know why people like drawing still life. It's so boring. And I'm not talking about like drawing it like a cartoon, drawing it like a realism type thing. I wouldn't mind just filling in a sketchbook full of like hands and poses. That's okay. I wouldn't mind doing that because that is very helpful too. But when you gotta draw like the boring still life stuff, it's like no thank you. And I know you can draw like stuff you like food, and I like food, but I don't like drawing food because it looks very less appetizing, and it's like, oh my gosh. So yeah, that's like another tip. If you're doing this sketchbook challenge, draw different stuff, and you could, I recommend experimenting with stuff you never drew before, even if it looks bad. That's not the point is not to look professional in the sketchbook. It's to just draw fast and get it over with and proceed with the next day. And yeah, I feel like this is like a crappy sketchbook, so you can't put yourself down if your drawings look a mess, because that's kind of, I can't say that's the point, but it's not really meant for people. It's not really meant to be like a high professional portfolio. I mean, again, like I said, if you are highly dedicated, then maybe it is. But for me, I even wanted to turn this into like a art book, but that did not happen because the drawings are such a mess. The OCs, like the characters, they aren't that bad. Some characters are, but yeah, I might do something with them, pick my favorites and recolor them with paint tool Sai. But yeah, the others are like, yikes. It's mainly the guys, but whatever. Yeah, did I really improve? Yes, I did, and I'm glad. I really want to thank Holly Brown. I know she won't watch this video, but I really am grateful. Oh my gosh, my voice cracked. Sorry. I'm very grateful that she created this challenge. She's a very smart artist, and I highly recommend you guys watching her. She gives very good advice, even if it's like straightforward and very strict. It's she is very nice and very helpful, and even if her attitude sometimes could be like sour towards people, she's only telling you guys like these because she cares. And yeah, that's what I really like about other artists too. I don't like when they sugarcoat stuff, really, because it's like if maybe if you're new to art, maybe that's kind of okay, but as you're becoming like an intermediate, like more from a beginner, you gotta like learn like the harsh, not really harsh stuff. Like, you have to be like realistic with your art and like learn like flaws and stuff, what you can do, what you can't do, and why. And yeah, and that's what she does in her channel, and I know some people don't like that. I personally do. And yeah, I'm very happy she created this challenge, and it was a very smart challenge too, and it was actually a challenge. So yeah, I highly recommend you guys checking her out again. So yeah, okay, so I'm just gonna go now because I know this commentary is all over the place. Sorry, but I do have to admit that this commentary was way better than the first time I recorded, because that was bad, very bad. Because like, even if the quality, let's just say if the quality was good, I kept saying random stuff and I kind of stumbled over some words, and I was like, I'm not gonna fix this, but I'm kind of glad I did because it was all over the place and bad. And I feel like with this one, it's decent. It's not perfect, but it's decent. So yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want to, and comment down below if you think I nailed this challenge. It's okay if you guys it's like okay if you guys think that I kind of rushed it or it's bad. That's fine. I think at the end of the sketchbook, when I was close to being done, I kind of got lazy again, because you can't miss a day, and it's like, oh my gosh, because you'll never get back to it, and it's like, oh my gosh, and you will end up having like 60 pages to draw before the end of the month. But yeah, there's nothing really bad with going over. I feel like the whole point is to finish, and you will finish if you're dedicated and you have like, yeah, well, if you're dedicated enough. And I also recommend watching TV or something while doing this, because it's gonna suck up all of your time. And yeah, so that's all the advice. If you guys want to read my webcomic, that's right, I add the self-promotion at the end of the video so you guys won't get annoyed. Yay! So it's down below. It's on Tapastic as well as Webtoons. You guys have a wonderful day and keep on drawing, and happy Saturday. I sadly have to say that because this was supposed to be on Friday, but computer problems. So yeah, happy Saturday and keep on drawing. You guys have a wonderful day. And I probably said all that already. Yay. Bye.